Sometimes a movie arrives at the perfect time and reminds people what animation can actually feel like. Welcome to Goat Review.
He's gotta go outside sometime.
No, he doesn't.
Promise me you won't leave the house. I promise we won't leave the house.
In an era when big-budget animated films often play it safe, Wildwood's tone feels refreshingly bold. Animated features today can feel so safe and afraid to offend or affect the viewer, as one fan put it. Wildwood, by contrast, carries a darker, richer mood, a sign it isn't just ticking boxes. Viewers have noted a hunger for this kind of risk. In just the trailer, we glimpse a world that's eerie and alive, not canned and generic. It's no accident the text in the teaser even reads, "From the hands that made Coraline," a pointed reminder of filmmaking by real artisans. That line felt like a subtle jab at AI-generated content, and it signals Laika's confidence that audiences will appreciate a more personal, handcrafted style. At this moment, many animation fans seem hungry for something different, more texture, more atmosphere, and more sense of real craft. Wildwood's early footage taps into that desire. Whether people will love the story remains to be seen, but there's already a palpable excitement that here is an animated film trying something ambitious and artful. This isn't happening by accident. Laika has quietly built a reputation for offbeat, visionary animation over 2 decades. The studio behind Coraline, Paranorman, Kubo and Two Strings, The Box Trolls, and Missing Link has always favored dark fairy tale worlds and hand-built artistry. All 5 of those features were Oscar-nominated, proving that thoughtful stop-motion can resonate with wide audiences. Laika's films aren't cartoonish hits designed purely for kids. They're emotional, strange, and musically woven, often with serious themes. As one Laika executive put it, audiences are drawn not simply due to the stories, but the original craftsmanship behind them, with every character, set, and movement built individually and shot frame by frame. This painstaking, tactile style gives their movies a texture and authenticity you feel. As Laika notes, the physicality gives the films a texture and authenticity audiences immediately feel, and you can literally sense the human hand behind each frame. Over 20 years, Laika's team has refined this identity. For their 20th anniversary, studio artists themselves describe Wildwood as a tectonic shift, the story and style at a level they've never attempted. They even call it an ever-widening view from the ambitious eye it's always had, a celebration of their craft. In plain terms, while many big studios chase whatever trend is hot, CGI sequels, superhero fare, baby animals that dance, Laika has been building something different, deliberately. They've embraced their limitations, the fact that only about 1% of movies are done in stop motion as an advantage. By investing in this labor-intensive art form, they've cultivated a unique brand, heartfelt, handmade animation. When you compare a Laika movie to, say, a generic tentpole animated comedy, the difference is obvious. Their characters might blink slightly off sync, or sets might shift imperceptibly frame to frame, and that's part of the magic. Those tiny imperfections are signs of life. As Guillermo del Toro, an Oscar winner in stop motion himself, notes about the art form, the little flicker of fur or dust on a puppet is so gorgeous to look at because it told you how the thing was done. Laika quietly won a Sci-Tech Oscar for their 3D printing innovations, but they still boast that only real puppets and miniatures are on camera. The result is a visual honesty we don't get in most computer animation. Stop-motion filmmaking is famously painstaking. Laika's creative director explains that making one of their films often takes 5 to 7 years from start to finish. Hundreds of artists will spend months or years on a single scene. For example, the giant eagle from the Wildwood trailer required 9,000 individually handcrafted feathers on its wings. Every slight character expression, every flutter of leaf, is crafted bit by real people. That time and care show up on screen. The studio's production designer points out that a movie that's essentially handmade tethers it to the physical world, and even if we don't consciously notice it, we feel it. The tangibility of a real puppet or tiny brick in a set brings us back to the tactile joy of childhood toys. In Wildwood, we saw it all. An enormous practical forest set and a real girl puppet riding the eagle. Watching those scenes, you sense that someone is really pulling levers and adjusting models. Stop motion's slight unpredictability, a flicker of shadow, a tiny misalignment, makes it feel more alive. As one fan commented, knowing these films are made frame by hand can bring tears of wonder. Laika itself says its films are successful because hundreds of artists are willing to commit years to the same vision. This emotional weight behind every frame is what can make a stop-motion movie feel more human. And there's more than just heart in the technique. Laika is always innovating to enhance this world. They add subtle CGI, water, effects, but only to augment the puppets, never replace them. The result, as Creative Block observes, is that Wildwood combines traditional stop-motion with CGI enhancements, preserving a dark, whimsical fantasy that feels tactile, yet with a fluidity of movement hard to achieve otherwise. In short, Wildwood's visuals promise an immersive cinematic experience where we catch glimpses of real materials, fabric, clay, wood, moving in a fantastical scene. The burning question for many fans is, could Wildwood's boldness spark a change across the industry? It's too early to be sure, but the signs are worth noting. Audiences today are far more diverse and sophisticated. With streaming, indie, and international content booming, viewers have shown they can embrace very different animation styles. Just recently, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, also stop motion, won an Oscar and found praise as a serious artistic film. As one industry analyst notes, stop motion has seen a new golden age in the 2010s and 2020s, in part because stop motion stands out in a digital world, its handcrafted nature offering something special. People love seeing how art is made. If Wildwood succeeds at the box office and with critics, it could be a strong message. For a while, big studios have clung to tried and true formulas, safe comedy, franchise sequels, flashy but uniform CGI. But just like Spike Lee's Spider-Verse moment in superhero movies, a hit Wildwood could remind decision-makers that originality still has a market. As Creative Block writer Joe Foley puts it, viewers are already stunned by the movie's epic scale and fluid animation. If theaters reward Wildwood's ambition, studios might think twice before passing on the next unusual project. Laika itself is betting on this. They've crafted a special release plan, partnering with indie distributor Fathom for a wide theatrical rollout. That's a vote of confidence that bold stop motion can draw crowds to theaters again. Of course, we won't know for sure until we see Wildwood's numbers, but at minimum, the film's existence in 2026 says something, that there's space for animation that doesn't look or feel the same as every other blockbuster. As one fan put it in online chatter, "So excited, I'll be there day one." Audiences are clearly open to it. Wildwood looks and sounds like an event built for movie theaters. Every frame is packed with texture, light and shadow playing across real surfaces. In a quiet screening room, those details, the glow through leaves, the grain of wood and fabric, will fill the screen and feel enormous in scale. Fans have already joked about catching it in IMAX or 3D so they can savor each puppet up close. The film's sweeping adventure and atmospheric sound also benefit from the theater experience. The score can swell around you, and you can fully immerse in the sights. Supporting films like Wildwood isn't just about one movie, it's about keeping cinemas vibrant with unique content. A big, impressive stop-motion film in theaters could inspire people to return to theaters for other creative animation, much like how independent comics or art films brought in audiences in live action. The bottom line is that Wildwood feels like a labor of love meant to be seen on the largest canvas possible. Its ambition, hundreds of characters, vast forests, detailed costumes, suggest you won't want to squint at this on a phone screen. By championing a film like this, moviegoers send a message that unique artistry is worth supporting. Wildwood isn't a guaranteed game changer, and it wouldn't be fair to hype it as a miracle cure for formulaic cartoons, but it's a hopeful sign that studios can still take risks. If Wildwood succeeds, critically and at the box office, it could be the kind of success story that reminds Hollywood, audiences do still want fresh, bold animation. Thank you for taking this deep dive with me. The coming months will tell how Wildwood lands, but one thing's clear: people are already connecting with it before a single ticket is sold. Perhaps it's because at a time when content is everywhere, a truly handcrafted vision like this feels urgent and alive. Thanks for watching Goat Review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.